Hi, I'm Chris, and in this video I'm going to show you how to download, install, and run the mutual rating demo application, and then you can get started on modifying it for your own purposes. So the first step is to go to github.com/holoden/mutual rating and download the source code. So I'll click here to download it, unzip it, and then I'm going to put this into a directory where I can make use of it. And I'm going to change into that directory and then open it in my code editor. So here it is, open in my code editor. And there's a README file inside of the docs folder that explains everything I'm going to show you here. And you can refer to that when you have any questions. This also has links to how to install Holochain, the proto version. You can go to this link right here. You'll also need to have Node installed, of course. You can confirm that you have everything installed correctly to be able to run this by typing in hcd-v, and you should get a response that you have Holochain 26 installed. Next, we'll go into the front end directory, so cd front end, and do an npm install. This will take a few moments, so I'm going to speed up the video here while this happens. Once that finishes downloading, you can use npm start to start the front end. It will launch and it will say that it can't reach the server. The front end is looking for the server at port 4141. So we'll need to start up the server on port 4141 by returning to our code editor, and then in the terminal window here we'll open up a new terminal and we'll go into the backend directory. And in the backend directory I'm going to launch an instance of the server by typing hcdev web 4141. That'll start up the server, and then if I return to my browser, I can reload, and now the application is running, and you can see that we have the form, and we can click and see that we don't have any ratings. If there were other users on my network using the same application, I'd be able to rate them and then see how they rate me. You can simulate having multiple users on your network using the multi-node scenario here. You'll need to compile the app into a build directory and then run the spawn multi-hcdev script so that you can use multiple instances of the app at port 4141, port 4142, and port 4143. So I'm going to try that out right now. I'll stop this server, and then I'll go back to the terminal where my front end is running. I'll stop that. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm in the front end directory, and then I'll use the build script. And this will compile everything into a directory named build. Once that's done, I'll run the spawn multi-hcdev to launch multiple instances of the application. Make sure that you're in the build directory, and then run spawn multi-hcdev. You'll have 3 instances of the application running, and then you can go back to your browser and go to localhost port 4141, and in another tab go to localhost port 4142, and then in another tab go to localhost port 4143. Now you'll see that you have 3 different users running, and there's currently no way to rate the other instances, so we'll see if we can figure this out. And the problem with the users being able to interact with each other turned out to be a firewall issue in my case. And the solution to this is to open up an exception on your firewall to allow outgoing connections to the Holochain Bootstrap server. And you can find out the address for this server by going into the backend folder, and then Holo Identities, and then into one of the identity folders, and then into the system.conf. And right here you can get the default Bootstrap server address. Allow outgoing connections on that address, and then return to your browser. And then you'll have the ability to select and then rate the different users. And then you can also look at the ratings received. And everything's working, and it's putting entries into the Holochain for this application. Back inside of your code editor, you can look at the structure of the application here. And see at the front end uses React, and the back end has the dna.json file, which describes the application. And has the functions for the actual rating inside of the rating.js. When you're done testing out this demo application, you can stop all of the hcdev servers by using Control-C here, and then by running the kill all hcdev script. So make sure you're in the correct directory, the build directory here, and then we'll type in kill all hcdev, and that will stop all instances of the hcdev server. And now you're ready to modify this application and improve on it for your own needs. And there will be Holochain developers inside the discussion area who can help you out and suggest possible improvements. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing what you come up with.